Hello, Michael here with Dr. Don. We are getting ready for this week's show. Coming up on Thursday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, we're going to be talking about love, sex, and relationships with we have a new panel of kids and a few returning guests.
We got a couple of surprise guest stars who we've seen before, but we talk about getting deeper. Two of these kids that were on before we're going to hear things we didn't hear in the last one, and I'm going to surprise you. Wait till Thursday night because we're going to have a variety of kids. We're going to cover it all because this subject covers a lot. I just want to say one thing, Mike. I want to acknowledge the kids who were on the ADHD show. They were really amazing. I mean,
they did a great job.
You have to all watch that show because I don't think there's ever been anything on commercial cable television where I don't want to ruin it for you people who haven't seen it, but those kids, I'm so proud of all four of you. You saved the day. We didn't plan it. It was just an organic thing, but we had what I think is the quintessential Kids Are Talking show, the supreme ADHD show. So it'll lead right into Thursday night show. We're going to cover what doesn't cover love, sex, and relationships. I mean, that's life. I mean, we're all in that one. We're in ADHD. You and I were in ADHD, but we're really into love, sex, and relationships, right? I mean, this new show on TV now, Love and Sex.
Love Sex.
Love Sex.
I don't know. I haven't.
Love Sex on Netflix. Everybody's talking about Love Sex on Netflix.
I thought it was called Sex Life.
Oh, is it Sex Life? It is Sex Life. Thank you.
Sex Life.
It's Sex Life.
I saw a couple episodes of it. Yeah.
Sex Life on Netflix.
Because sex is life.
Sex is life.
Yeah.
Relationships right now. COVID did a lot of things to people. Some people, I don't know, were people having more sex during COVID? Were they not? What happened between each other?
But I think also, for kids, relationships, during COVID, that you can't, if you weren't in a pod together, were you able to kiss? Could you even hold hands? Like there was a whole additional layer of boundaries that had to be enabled that probably were really hard for kids that are just touching the waters of dating and relationships.
Some people met during COVID and were people having more sex during COVID. We'll be asking the kids some pretty personal questions about their own life and the people that they know. So, touch, kiss, what does it mean to be in an intimate relationship in 2021? Post-COVID, during COVID, before COVID, has it changed? Are we in a new place now in terms of looking at pornography? Pornography is being taught in the schools now. How does that affect?
Every kid has basically unfettered access to any pornography with their cell phone in their hand. They can.
There are no secrets.
There's a lot more available now than there was when I was a kid. We had to go to the magazine section of a variety store.
Or we get the teen magazines or Playboy. So now, if you parents who are worried about what your kids are doing in terms of sexting or sending nude pictures, whatever they're doing, you got kids.
That's interesting. It's not just about sex that you're having, but it's about what are you watching other people doing. Exposure. It's also exposure to these types of things.
And how is it being used for you or against you?
Well, I think there's so much that we could cover. We should let the kids steer the conversation and let them decide which part of it we're going to talk about.
Yeah, let them tell us what they think all these things are. And then there's consensual sex versus non-consensual sex. Where's that going now? Is it safe to touch? Is it safe to say you look beautiful tonight? We had some of that with the body image show. These shows all flow into each other. I think this will be a good one. And I think that you're going to look at cisgender, you're going to look at pansexual, you're going to look at interracial couples. We're going to look at just everything because that's what we do on Kids Are Talking.
Yeah, we like to have as wide of a variety of viewpoints as we can to have a great, cohesive conversation. So
I can't wait to learn again because actually this week because of our ADHD show, I re-diagnosed a patient.
Really?
I re-diagnosed a patient because of what I learned from the kids in that show. So if I learn again in this show, it'll probably help my practice in understanding my patients. So I forgot to tell you about that. I re-diagnosed this guy this morning because of the kids and what I learned on the ADHD show.
There's a lot to learn.
It's amazing.
Well, that's why we're doing the show.
Everyone's learning. Kids are talking.
Kids are talking.
I think we're ready to go. Here we go again. This show is life-changing. I'm changing every week, and you and I, sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. I made you stay on. I had to get those questions out there. You know, ADD guys, we just like to.
You know, you already had lost my attention by that point. I was ready.
Have to get it all in. You know, I felt like, you know, like I need some time. I had to make up for lost time on the show, which is a hint of what you missed. Do not miss that show last week. Don't miss this show, and don't miss any of our shows.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been reaching out. A lot of parenting organizations and groups have been watching our show, and they've been really getting involved. It's helping them, you know, deal with their kids by seeing what other kids are going through. So we're really grateful for that. And also, just, you know, if anybody out there wants to be on the show, please feel free to reach out to us on our YouTube or our Facebook channels or our website. And we welcome lots of viewpoints. And if you have something that's burning that you need to talk about, we'd like to hear it.
And just remember, in the 1960s, it was an Alex Comfort who wrote a book called The Joy of Sex. That was in the 1967. He showed different positions. It was beginning to open up all the things that we now take for granted. So now there's a Joy of Sex of 2021. Let's all watch and see what the Joy of Sex is now, and relationships and love. What is love?
Isn't that a song? What is love?
What is love? The Beatles. The Beatles started it. All you need is love.
All you need is love.
All you need is love. I want to hold your hand. We'll see if that.
Well, we'll see if the kids agree on that one today.
We'll see. All right. Well, that's it, Mike. I'm going to end it now because sometimes, you know, I have trouble doing that.
Okay. Well, we're well within our limits.
Yeah, we are.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
And West Coast time for.
See you then.
Bye.